Peace. The trick to money is having some. Chapter 7, The Marketplace. This is the Cliff Note edition. This is where I break down a book maybe that is not really complicated. It's just written in certain ways that it doesn't speak to our people. But, after reading it, 10 times and having these concepts like embedded in my mind, I can easily translate it, so you might not have to read the book. You can just get the information. Today we are going to figure out how we personally can thrive in the marketplace. I'm going to tell you the 3 ways that we can thrive in the marketplace, and I'm going to give you a basic example to streamline the information. Therefore, if you do have a particular expertise or a particular craft or a particular idea you're looking to develop, just insert it every time that I say auto mechanic. I'm going to get into why I chose auto mechanic a little later. But the 3 ways that we can thrive in the marketplace, according to Stuart Wilde, is skill, knowledge, and product. So first we're going to get into skill. And so remember, I'm an auto mechanic. That is a particular skill. I can fix cars. So the fact that I can fix cars, I'm not the only person that can fix cars. How can I stand out in the marketplace to start making some money as an auto mechanic? The 2 main ways, rule number 1 is to be an excellent auto mechanic and care about your customers. So instead of just, fixing your muffler, I'm going to check your brakes and I'm going to explain to you why. I checked your brakes, or I'm going to check your oil. I'm going to do a safety check on your vehicle, especially if you have children and things of that nature. I'm not going to exploit my customer. I'm not going to make them leave from my business cheated. So if people appreciate my work as an auto mechanic and I'm understood as an auto mechanic, I'll never starve. And I'll always stand out from all the other shiesty ass auto mechanics that's floating around the city, wherever you at. I'ma always have a way to make money being an auto mechanic that's excellent, and it's not even affordable either. I don't even have to be cheap. I just have to be the best mechanic and the most caring mechanic. I have to care about my customers. And then I have to be well versed and well knowledgeable and a master in my craft. So in order to become a master mechanic, I have to invest time. I have to know different models, different years. I have to be up on the new technology. I have to know electricity. I have to know about gas systems and, just different things. I have to know interior, exterior. I have to know some auto body. And if I take the time and learn the particular ins and outs about my particular craft, then I'll always survive, because there are always going to be a need for human beings to drive. And so if I'm a quality mechanic, I'll always survive. The metaphysical concepts to skill, and the purpose of this information, the purpose of everything that I'm putting down today is really attuning your spirit to your financial or business or career endeavors, and being present and not in the past or in the future, but really attributing. So since I'm a I'm using auto mechanic as an example, then I would attribute my spirit to Ogun. If I was a singer, I'd probably use Oshun. It's different deities, and they all serve different purposes, whether it be Pambagita or Ganesh or all different pantheons that we could particularly use, whether it be Egyptian, Native American, or even something that we create our own self, that could be attributed to our particular endeavors. So once we start to do something that involves our spirit, something that really truly makes us happy, rather than just going to work, getting a check, paying bills, trying to save a little here and there, trying to make it, just having that concept of just trying to make money, we going about it in a metaphysical way. We going about it in a spiritual way. We going about it from the inside out. And we instilling a spiritual view within our work so that the things that we do provide spiritual growth and financial return, as opposed to just thinking that we just need to make money and making money is our problem. I'm safe to bet that the problem is that we don't have a spiritual return or a spiritual connection to our work, or we have no spiritual benefit from the things that we do in the realm of making money. So back to auto mechanic. The next concept we're going to deal with is knowledge. Knowledge is something that you can sell. If you know something that most people don't know, like auto mechanic, you can start to teach people how to fix their personal car, and they'll pay you, because it's information outside of college, something that you don't need a degree. It's practical. It can help me right now. I can save some money. You know, it's a million different ways you can spend on how to teach people. Say, for instance, you know how to do hair. Say, for instance, you know how to braid. Do you know how much money women spend on braiding hair? How about if I spend $130 a month, I teach you how to save, close to, $2,000, $2,300 in a year. And then, you create these different ways that you start to teach your people. Like, if you know how to make soap, organic soap that's better than Dow and safer, and is actually benefiting your skin, like you getting compliments on how beautiful your skin is from your homemade soap, then that is knowledge that you can teach other people how to become more beautiful. And you can probably deal with Oshun with that. So if you know how to do something, people will pay you to show them how to do it, as opposed to just keeping that knowledge for yourself. If you want to get rich, just learn how to share your information. Learn how to share your information for profit. Because if you look at the billionaires on this planet and the really rich people, it's not that they particularly smarter than you. It's not because they got all these degrees. It's because they had these creative ideas. And you got to really understand the racket of college and the scam and the scheme of college, because you figure thousands of people each semester get taught the same information with little to no variation throughout the years. So therefore, that knowledge couldn't be worth much. But if you could get some information that you could use right now, and you could begin to help and morph and change and improve people's lives simply by, thinking about, what do people need? How could I help somebody? Okay, I gotta go to spirit with this and see if this is what I should do. Search for signs or certain confirmations. That's what I do. I receive plenty signs to know that I'm on the right path. So I really don't care what a nigga would say. So next is we're going to deal with product. So now, whether it be DVDs, books, pamphlets, catalogs, actual toolkits designed for particular vehicles, just anything of a product that you truly passionate about, that we continue to deal with the theme of what do people truly need. And at a certain point, when you're dealing with energy and presenting yourself with the particular product, if you're associated with this product, if people are buying from you personally, they're not just buying that product, they are buying you. So what image are you putting out? And what energy are you putting out? Why would a person want to invest in you and what you got going on when whatever product you could possibly imagine, you're not going to be the only one, but it's just your energy and your passion and your information about the particular product. That's why investing in yourself, investing your time, investing your energy is important when we continue to grow in this wealth journey. We have to become knowledgeable, and we have to recognize that understanding what we're selling by having this information allows the public to trust us, and if people trust you, they'll buy from you. And also, once you attach your Ori and your Ashe to these things, then your energy is then not really so focused on just making money and trying to just focus on just a particular, I need this or I need that. You just in the natural flow of the energy. It's a spiritual journey. And like I said before, it's synchronicities and good things that happen once you allow spirit. Because spirit, that's what spirit does. Spirit isn't evil. Spirit isn't out to hurt you. Or if you feel that spirit is evil and bad, that's 10 times out of 10 is just because you're just not simply working with it. And so it would have a problem if you wasn't dealing with it. And it's not a particular thing that you should deal with. You just need to trust yourself and do the things that you need to do, and not really look to others for guidance or assistance in choosing a spiritual path. You need to come up with that for yourself. And that's very important, because trusting other people to lead you down a spiritual path, they're 10 times out of 10 they're going to lead you astray. So back to the marketplace, being spiritually strong, you're not forcing people, or you're not pressed for people to buy. You're just showing them this positive energy and this knowledge. And that allows people to become more comfortable with you, and they understand what you're building towards, and they'll invest. So if you have a particular idea of a school and, looking for grant writers and things of that nature, or a particular production as like a DVD set or a magazine, just having particular products and having people invest in your product is simply based on your information. Can you calculate particular budgets? Can you do the market research to know that if you give me this amount of money, I'll have a proper return? Because I know the information. It's just a win-win, and that's how business gets done. But it's all about understanding how to serve the needs of the customers, how to get out the way, get your personal vendettas or your personal needs out of this flow. How to say, these people need this, and this is a good way for me to succeed and be on top of things. So therefore, I'm going to just concentrate on how I can serve my customers And the reason why we want to do this is because generally, if we're talking about auto mechanics, they get a bad rep because generally they don't serve the customers. They're thinking about how to earn a couple dollars to twist your brakes or wear your brakes down so you come back in the next 2 weeks and spend a couple more $100 with them. So therefore, if you think on the level of being the opposite of the stereotype, so think about any negative stereotype. I mean, think about being a landlord or owning property and things of that nature. Think about the kind of landlord that you would want to be. And think about the opportunities that you might want to provide for a family, or the list goes on and on about the different ways that we can begin to serve people and help people and start making money in the process. So with that being said, to serve the public doesn't mean that you less than. It just means it is what it is. You just providing a great service and you're doing a good job and you have a high quality and you integrity, you got reputation. That's positive. You got positive reviews, positive ratings. You get more traffic, word of mouth, than anything. Because people can feel that energy, and that transfer of energy is real. So once you build up your energy, it reaches more people, and you begin to make more. There's no limit to the mind. The only limit to the mind is the limits that you put onto it. So if you just have a basic practical need, you know how many people, just basic needs for people has gotten people billions, whether it be socks, underwear, glasses, candles, soda, chicken wings. You could provide a certain type of vegetarian restaurant, just many different things that we can begin to do to, help people become more organic. Open up a water bar, make drinking water cool again. It's just millions upon millions upon millions of ideas that we can begin to tap into once we tap into this higher spirit, this higher knowledge, these metaphysical concepts, and begin to put some action behind it. And really not necessarily wanting anything, but really getting everything, because we understand what we're doing. And we're doing something different than what the mass public and the general public is doing. They're thinking about themselves. They're putting their ego first. But you putting the people's first. You putting the customers' needs first. If you have a restaurant that serves good food and has good service, people are going to come. Because there are so many shitty restaurants out there that a good restaurant is hard to come by. So, like I said, I could go on and on and on about this, but I'm going to cut it there. This is chapter 7. Next we're going to deal with chapter 8, and we're going to deal with originality. But this is the marketplace and, the ways to thrive within the marketplace. This is The Trick to Money is Having Some by Stuart Wilde. I'm El Melchizedek, the Hood Mystic, and I'm signing out. Peace.